Tomorrow. Tomorrow is what we anticipate, what we work for, what we want to improve. At Itawamba Community College, we offer the courses, pathways, and the training that can help turn your vision of tomorrow into a reality. So why wait? Your tomorrow can start today at Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Zelle is the new way to move money, and it's already included inside your Renasant Bank mobile app. No additional downloads, no additional signups. Whether you're paying a friend back for pizza or chipping in for gas, Zelle lets you send money quickly to almost anyone in your contacts. Here's how it works. Open the Renasant app, log in, and tap the blue button with the white plus sign on it and select Zelle. Choose Send, Request, or Split. Pick who you want to exchange money with, either from your contacts or by entering a phone number or email. Choose the account you want to pay with and select an amount. Review and confirm. To stay organized, you can even include a short description of what each payment is for. That's it. Your money is on the move. Most payments take place in just minutes. No need to download another app. It all happens inside here. Balance the bill, split the check, and pay your way with Zelle. To learn more about Zelle, visit RenasantBank.com or download the Renasant Bank mobile app to start using Zelle today. Renasant Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
It's been hard. COVID-19 has affected jobs, maybe even yours. But Itawamba Community College can help. Free tuition is available for short-term career training programs. But don't wait. This opportunity ends in December. Get the skills and training you need for the high-demand job you want. SkillUp Mississippi. Visit skillup.iccms.edu today to see if you qualify.
Good afternoon and welcome to the ICC Hour here on SuperTalk Mississippi. I'm Adam Gore, and as always, I greatly appreciate you guys for making this part of your Tuesday afternoon here for the ICC Hour. Now, we've got another jam-packed show for you this week, and I'll give you a quick rundown of our guest. We'll visit with Dr. Melissa Haab as she'll talk about enrollment numbers being up here at ICC, which is very impressive considering the times we're in right now. And we'll also learn how you can tour ICC and also become part of the ICC family, so you'll want to stick around for that interview for sure. We'll also hear from Josh Gammill as he'll talk about some of the programs that are still open for our SkillUp initiative going on over at the Belden Center. He'll also let us know where you can learn more about that initiative and also how you can take advantage of a great opportunity to get your school paid for through the CARES Act. And then we'll wrap up this show with Coach Sean Cannon as he tells us about getting ready for the upcoming football season, which, by the way, starts October the 1st. And he'll also have a breakdown of the 2020 schedule that was released last week. And then we'll also hear from members of the ICC Golf team, which, by the way, they've got split seasons in the fall and spring. The golf season will open on September 21st. The ICC Hour is made possible by one of the Forbes magazine's best banks in the nation, Renasant Bank. The bank that understands you, RenasantBank.com.
You live life on your own terms. You won't be told what you can't do. And we're here to back you. From the boardroom to the big stage, Renasant Bank supports women striving for success. Because greatness isn't held to anyone's expectations, except yours. So if anyone says you can't, prove them wrong. Rise with Renasant, supporting women and the communities they influence every day.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Nah, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seed.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor. Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
It's been hard. COVID-19 has affected jobs, maybe even yours. But Itawamba Community College can help. Free tuition is available for short-term career training programs. But don't wait. This opportunity ends in December. Get the skills and training you need for the high-demand job you want. SkillUp Mississippi. Visit skillup.iccms.edu today to see if you qualify.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour here on SuperTalk Mississippi 101.9 FM. As always, the ICC Hour being brought to you by Renasant Bank. Renasant Bank, the bank that understands you, renasantbank.com. We're going to join Dr. Melissa Haab now, a little conversation here about enrollment, some of the other things going on at the college. And Dr. Haab, before we get started, how's it going?
Well, we are finally catching our breath, I think, for trying to be complete with enrollment for students that are coming this fall. So I think we're doing good. You know, as in the recruiting world, we are constantly looking towards that next semester. So believe it or not, while we're trying to finalize those numbers for this semester, we're already having students that are looking to enroll, or at least tour campus, looking to come in January or next fall. So it's just a revolving door from that standpoint.
No doubt on that. But I've got to give you kudos, you and your crew, for the first time in a little while. Enrollment is up here at ICC.
Yes.
And considering the situation of the world right now, the fact that enrollment's up, period, anywhere, is very impressive. But it's not just been overnight. It's been a lot of hard work that you and your crew have been put into over the past year and plus. So kudos to you guys. But I want to give you a moment to kind of just talk about your crew and who all is part of it.
Okay. Well, in the recruiting office, we're kind of set up. We kind of changed the structure over the last year, but on the Fulton campus, we have 2 recruiters that are completely dedicated to high school recruiting. And then we have a recruiter on the Tupelo campus and a recruiter on the Belden campus that their titles are actually recruiting coordinators and advisors. So they have a dual role there, but they're primarily helping us with the career ed centers in our service area, and then adult learners, because we definitely, you seem to kind of look at those high school students as our prospective student base, but we have lots of students in our area that may not be high school age that are also looking to enroll. So half the staff is dedicated to high school students and half the staff is dedicated to the adult learner. But recruiting is more than just the recruiting staff. And as you know, Dr. Allen continuously tells us that every employee at the college is a recruiter. So while sometimes we feel like, we'll pat ourselves on the back, it is definitely a joint effort for our entire staff. We also have in our area another staff member that just helps us on the back end when it comes to correspondence. She is basically our enrollment services specialist, and we're trying to beef up those efforts as well. So it's not just those faces that you see online all the time, but it's our staff in every area of enrollment services, but it's all of our faculty. It's you, it's everybody that comes in contact in our communities that sets that standard for ICC. And I think people have taken notice, and that's why enrollment is up.
Absolutely. And I think you hit a good point there, that standard for ICC, that level of expectation. And it is a community effort where, if I'm outside wearing an ICC shirt, somebody comes up and asks me something about ICC, I'm proud to say that I work at ICC, and I want people to come see what the experience in the ICC family is. So can you kind of talk about that vibe of how really and truly, as a collective whole, just how that ICC family feeling is?
Well, I think it really came to fruition where we really got to demonstrate it when COVID hit in March. I was just so proud to be a part of an institution that just handled it as well as we've handled it. And I look at it not only internally, I think our president, Dr. Allen, has done a great job of communicating to the employees what's going on, but we were also able to put just a system in place where we made it very clear that our first priority is our students. And we say that all the time. We put that in all of our promotional materials, but we got a chance to really have that tested. And I think when we tested it, we proved that that was the case. And so from March to May, the priority was, let's make sure the students are taken care of without too much disruption. And, you know, it's been disruptive, there's no doubt. But I think our students, their success in the classroom for the spring semester was better than we even could have hoped for. Probably better than it would have been had we been in that traditional environment. So we moved out of that, and then we had summer, which, you know, we had a lot of things going on with changes with athletics. We didn't know what was going to happen with athletics and if athletes could come in for summer. So that affected our summer enrollment. So we didn't see as many new students that would normally have started with us in the summer because of some of that just indecision and not knowing. And I think even with just COVID in general, people just didn't really know how to move forward with that. And then now with the fall, I think we were able to put our message out there and let people feel very comforted in the fact that, hey, this is a family. We are going to take care of our students. We're putting together protocols in place, not only for our faculty and staff, but also for the students, whether they're living on campus, whether they're participating off campus, or they want to be completely online. I think we were able to get our message out and relieve those anxieties and get students, you know, in a comfortable place, whatever format they wanted to use to attend school this fall.
Absolutely. You touched on the challenges that COVID gave you guys a little bit. From a recruiting aspect, okay, now a lot of our recruiters go into the high schools, go into those places. One of the sayings is adapt and recover. How did you guys adapt and recover from those challenges?
Well, after spring break and through the summer, we were constantly adapting on how we would manage campus tours, because obviously we were not in the high schools at that point. So we were looking at ways to be creative, that we could use Facebook Live, that we could do virtual tours, that we could create videos, you know, anything that we could do to utilize the tools that we have in a virtual world. Now that we're in the fall and high schools are back in session, we are literally talking to guidance counselors just about every day and getting new information. We'll find out a school will let us come in, and then they may have to change their mind, or they're coming in and saying we have to Zoom with them, but then they might let us come in a couple of weeks. A lot of college fairs, we're not sure about what that's going to look like. So we're trying to create some videos and things where we can get information to our high schools just as if we were there face to face. And what we're finding is the schools have been so open to working with us. And I know right now we've got Jordan Smith, one of our recruiters, is online with Tupelo High School with a career readiness course and speaking to them today through Zoom. So it, you know, is one of those things that we are willing to meet the students where they are in whatever format that they prefer for us to meet with them. We are doing face-to-face tours, so a student can come to campus if they want. If they're not comfortable with that, or they're not ready to do that, and they want to talk to somebody, we can use Zoom, we can talk over the phone, we can email. I think we are just, the entire staff, and you know, you've been involved with helping us create some videos so that we can have some things ready for that, whatever type of question that a student has. We've also developed just a weekly plan that we're going to be sending information to the guidance counselors every week, whether it be one week it might be housing, another week it might be financial aid, another week it might be admissions or scholarships. So we're trying to get that information so the students can get that at the time they need it, and they can get it in just little chunks, so they're not getting everything thrown at them at one time, but we're giving them just a little bit at a time so they can stay on top of their college decision making.
And I think one of the biggest things, and one of the things I've noticed in some of the things we've done here at the college, we've learned a lot. And not only are we going to be able to apply what we've learned now, but we're going to do it in the future as well. So it's really opened the doors for a lot of things that we may have not even thought about doing until for lack of better words, our hands were forced.
Well, you're right. And I think for us, it's also made us put in place some things that we were already planning to do, and we just had not been having to do it yet. For instance, we have a web page now where students can fill out a virtual form to get on our mailing list. Well, obviously we wanted to have that set up, but we didn't have to have it in such a hurry. Now it's going to be available to students. And that would be a high school student or an adult student. So anybody who wants more information about the college can get on our mailing list. I know Financial Aid is creating some videos now that will actually give you a tutorial, walk you through exactly how to fill out the FAFSA. Well, that's going to be great for us to have, no matter if we go back to quote unquote normal, that still will be a great video for us to have on file for us to utilize for prospective students. So I think the great thing about all of this is just being able to put those things in place that even down the road are going to be valuable tools for us.
Absolutely. Well, if somebody wants to find some of that information, how would they go about finding that information, or maybe contacting one of you guys about setting up a tour?
Well, everything is on our website. And I think navigating the website for some people who may not have just be familiar with how college websites work, the big thing is just going to www.iccms.edu. If you get there, you can typically find the drop-down box that you need. But we have some things set up to where it's really easy to remember. So if you want to go on a tour, it's tours.iccms.edu. And you can just fill out the information there and sign up for a tour. You can see the availability. You can do it virtual, or you can come to the Tupelo or the Fulton campus. If you want to apply for admission, it's apply.iccms.edu. And that's where you apply for admissions, housing, scholarships, and county aid. So everything is right there at that apply, what we call our apply site. And then if you're wanting to just be on the mailing list and get more information, it's iccms.edu/start here, I believe is what it's got there. So we are excited about just having those tools available. So if you're just a prospect and you're just trying to fill out, then you can go to the Start Here tab. If you want to apply, go to apply.iccms.edu. And if you need to set up a campus tour, it's tours.iccms.edu.
Now, if there's an overall question or maybe just a quick question, you guys also offer a live chat that is available at the corner. I think it has to be lit up green when somebody's there, but if it's red, it goes in a queue for somebody to answer later. That's been a very unique and user-friendly thing that you guys or the college has used here so far.
Yes. Thank you for reminding me about that. That was something that we came up with when we really weren't working all of the time, but we knew that people might need those answers, in real time. So yes, down in the bottom left-hand corner of the website, you'll see where it says chat, and it'll either say it's online or offline. Even if they want to fill out a question offline, we will get those questions, but the online chat, you can get that quick response. Also, if you just want to email us, then we have an email address. Go to ICC at iccms.edu. So it's the go and then the number 2. It's not spelled out, but go the number 2 ICCMS. Go to ICC at iccms.edu, and then one of our recruiters will respond to that.
That's awesome. So pretty much, if you want to know anything about ICC, you've got to try not to figure out what you want to know, because there's so many avenues there for you. And again, just head to that main website, iccms.edu, and it can navigate you from there. Dr. Haab, is there anything else we need to talk about before I let you go?
Well, the only thing I want to say is that we are really excited about the enrollment increase. And I just want to let you know that in our service area schools in the 5 counties that we serve, we actually had about a 5% increase in the number of high school students that chose us for this fall. So I think that's just another indication that people are understanding just the great quality education that we have. Our faculty do care about students. Our staff care, and I think our high school students in particular, that's just an easy gauge for us to be able to look at. But looking specifically at our service area, we are, I think we had about 52% of our high school students from our high schools in our service area chose us. So over half of the students in their graduating class are choosing us first. So we want to continue that trend. We want more students to come find out the great things that we have to offer. So our doors are open, our phones lines are open, our email is open, and I just encourage everybody to just reach out to us and let us try to answer all of your questions so that when you're trying to make that choice, that you're making an informed decision.
That's great. Well, Dr. Haab, I appreciate your time, and keep up the good work.
All right. Thanks, Adam.
We'll be back for more of the ICC Hour right after this on SuperTalk Mississippi.
But seeing that I have developed skills to be able to help people, and even before I graduated, started seeing myself as a therapist, as an occupational therapy practitioner. My name is Kathy Bushway, and I live in Shannon, Mississippi. I was a stay-at-home mom for that was my first career, and I loved it. It was like the best career ever. And I actually homeschooled my kids because I just loved it. I love learning, and I love learning with them and teaching them and seeing those aha moments when they would catch on to a new concept. And then I kind of worked myself out of that job. I found out that there's an occupational therapy assistant program right here in Tupelo. And I happen to live like a few minutes from Tupelo. And so just one night I just thought I heard there was early registration, and I walked onto the Tupelo campus and met Emily. There's so much support. All you have to do is want to do it. And you can do it. If I can do it, I mean, I have 4 kids and a crazy, crazy life. If I can do it, anybody can.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done. Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar. Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
Zelle is the new way to move money, and it's already included inside your Renasant Bank mobile app. No additional downloads, no additional signups. Whether you're paying a friend back for pizza or chipping in for gas, Zelle lets you send money quickly to almost anyone in your contacts. Here's how it works. Open the Renasant app, log in, and tap the blue button with the white plus sign on it and select Zelle. Choose Send, Request, or Split. Pick who you want to exchange money with, either from your contacts or by entering a phone number or email. Choose the account you want to pay with and select an amount. Review and confirm. To stay organized, you can even include a short description of what each payment is for. That's it. Your money is on the move. Most payments take place in just minutes. No need to download another app. It all happens inside here. Balance the bill, split the check, and pay your way with Zelle. To learn more about Zelle, visit RenasantBank.com or download the Renasant Bank mobile app to start using Zelle today. Renasant Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
It's been hard. COVID-19 has affected jobs, maybe even yours. But Itawamba Community College can help. Free tuition is available for short-term career training programs. But don't wait. This opportunity ends in December. Get the skills and training you need for the high-demand job you want. SkillUp Mississippi. Visit skillup.iccms.edu today to see if you qualify.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour here on SuperTalk Mississippi, 101.9 FM. And we're going to shift gears a little bit. We're going to welcome Josh Gammill to the show. And Josh is going to talk to us about some of the career pathway programs along with the SkillUp initiative that ICC's got going right now. But Josh, before we get into that, man, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. We are really busy with the SkillUp initiative, and we're excited about that, and we're looking to fill some more programs up.
Well, we're going to talk about that, but before we talk about it, you talk about you guys being busy. The SkillUp has already been a home run for us. There's actually some programs that are unfortunately fortunately, but at the same time, unfortunately, not available because people have taken advantage of this opportunity thanks to the CARES Act.
That's right. Yeah, we've seen a really good turnout with a lot of our programs, and so we've been fortunate where we are able to fill a lot of our classes up. So we're excited about that, but we do have several others that we still have some spots available for. And so we have some money here in the form of tuition assistance, and we definitely want to get that spent. So we want to get these other classes filled up too.
All right, let's talk about some of those classes that are available right now. I know you've got the list right there in front of you, and maybe some off the top of your head as well. So what are some opportunities out there for people to come and be a part of this here at ICC?
Yeah, so our area with our 5-county district for ICC, we have a lot of opportunity for advanced manufacturing jobs. So we have some opportunities for students to get training in that type of industry. And again, so when we say pathway, we're talking about a short-term, non-credit workforce training program. The idea, you come in here, you get your training, get your certificate, and hopefully you can go out and find employment. So we have things like Introduction to Industrial Maintenance. We have Electrician Assistant Program. We have an Introduction to Welding and Cutting. We have a Manufacturing Skills Basic class. And so all of those training programs, those are high impact industries in our area. And so there's a lot of jobs available in those sectors. And so it's a really good opportunity for some folks to come in and get some good training.
Now, if somebody wanted to learn more, maybe even figure out more about those programs, where could they go to visit that?
Yeah, so on our website, iccms.edu, we have a workforce tab there. And if you click on that, that says Career Pathways. So you'll be able to click that link, and it's going to take you to all 18 programs that we offer there. And it's got information about each and every program, contact information about who you need to get in touch with right there on one screen.
Awesome. And that's the big thing there. It's easy to access. If you're on that fence, I know a lot of times people worry about financing, time availability, things like that. But now, thanks to this CARES Act fund, which I know you can talk a little bit more about here, ICC is able to step up to the plate and help people that may have been thinking about, I just can't afford it right now. Now's the opportunity to do it.
That's right. Yeah. So we do have some funding in the way of tuition assistance to help for some of these short-term workforce training programs. And the thing is, it runs out in December. So if you want to take advantage of it, we got to get you signed up this semester so you can take advantage of that free tuition. Yes, ICC was very fortunate, along with the other community colleges in the state, that we were able to receive funding through the CARES Act to help pay for this type of stuff. If you want to see if you qualify, I'll be more than glad to talk with you about. So what we're looking for are people that have been furloughed or laid off due to COVID. If you are unemployed or if you're underemployed, which underemployed could mean you're working part-time, earning a lower wage, or maybe you have a college degree, but you've been unable to find a job in that particular career of what your degree is in. So those type of things is what will get you qualified. And so we're getting a lot of people qualified here. So it never hurts to just do the app and find out.
And that's the biggest thing too, is the fact that just ask, just fill it out, because this is an opportunity. I'm just going to say it, get free money to get an education. And it's just a right time, a good time to strike. And you mentioned it as well. It's not just ICC. If there's people listening that might be in another area, while we would love for you to come to the ICC Belden Center, because obviously the best start here, but there are just opportunities throughout the entire state to really help, thanks to this CARES Act fund. Can you tell us a little bit about the CARES Act fund, or do you know a little bit more on that?
Yeah, so a bill was pushed through this summer. I know our representative for Etowah County, Mr. Donnie Bell, he was real instrumental in getting that pushed through and writing that bill. And so did an excellent job, and they were able to secure some money for people that have been negatively impacted by the COVID pandemic. Okay, so the colleges, we got some money to increase capacity for certain training programs. And then we were fortunate to have some money here to help pay for tuition for programs. And so the idea is, there's a lot of people that have been negatively impacted by this pandemic. And so we want to be able to help you in some way and being able to connect you with training so you can go out if you've been furloughed, terminated, whatever the case may be, but get you that training so you can get back into the workforce and start earning some decent wages.
Absolutely. And that's the most important part right there. Just getting back in that workforce and just getting back on your feet, because, man, it is what it is. COVID has just been nasty. And, to not just the health wise of things, but people have been unfortunately put out of work. And, it's a great thing that you guys are doing in conjunction with the state to be able to help get things going back in that direction. So one more time, kind of just go over a few of those programs. We know some of them are full, so we do apologize if you want to go on that, but do stick with us because it's still available after December. Not the CARES Act funding, but the classes. But do talk about some of those that are available now.
Yeah, you're exactly right. These classes we offer every year, each semester, and sometimes we have different grants that may be available. But for this particular grant through the CARES Act, it's just for this semester. But some of the classes that we still have some spots for, I mentioned we have Intro to Industrial Maintenance, Electrician Assistance, Manufacturing Skills Basic Certification, Introduction to Welding and Cutting. And then I didn't mention these two earlier, but commercial truck driving. If you want a job right now, you get your CDL license and you're going to be able to find a job. So we offer a program for that. And then also our food service pathway is really good too. Had a lot of success with students completing that program. So those are just a few. Again, if you go to ICCMS.edu, you can click on the workforce tab on the top right, and you can see a complete list of all the programs that we offer there. And I'll be glad to answer any questions anybody that may have them.
Absolutely. You talk about that CDL and the commercial truck driving. I've got a buddy who does that, and I see him post on Facebook all the time because he's an independent guy. He works for himself, and he's posting all the time. Company X is needing guys to, take this from here to here, and I mean, he's staying on the road just almost, legally 24/7, but it is, that's just what it is. It's a great opportunity for people to have those to better themselves, their families, and those around them. Well, Josh, real quick, give your information on how somebody can get up with you for more assistance. And again, we do encourage you to visit ICCMS.edu, click the workforce tab, and you'll see career pathways to be able to click that there. But if somebody wants to get in touch with you as well.
Yeah, the best way to reach me probably is by email. So I'll give you guys that. It's JEGAMMILL@ICCMS.edu. Shoot me an email. I'll answer any question that you have, and we'll try to get you connected with the training that you're wanting to do.
Man, that's awesome. Josh, I appreciate your time. Is there anything else we need to hit before we get out of here?
I think real quick, these programs are short term. So we're talking 4 weeks to some of them are 2 weeks. So you get in, you get out, and you can go get you a job.
And that's awesome. That's exactly what a lot of people are needing there. So we do encourage you, again, visit the workforce tab at ICCMS.edu. We'll be back with more of the ICC Hour right after this on SuperTalk Mississippi.
It's been hard. COVID-19 has affected jobs, maybe even yours. But Itawamba Community College can help. Free tuition is available for short-term career training programs. But don't wait. This opportunity ends in December. Get the skills and training you need for the high-demand job you want. SkillUp Mississippi. Visit skillup.iccms.edu today to see if you qualify.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done. Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
Here, you can be your best. The best train here. Learn here. Succeed here. Perform here. Win here. Thrive here. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
You live life on your own terms. You won't be told what you can't do. And we're here to back you. From the boardroom to the big stage, Renasant Bank supports women striving for success. Because greatness isn't held to anyone's expectations, except yours. So if anyone says you can't, prove them wrong. Rise with Renasant. supporting women and the communities they influence every day.
Student involvement is a top priority here at Itawamba Community College.
If you want to be involved with student government, then the Student Government Association is the place for you.
If you have a stellar GPA, then Phi Theta Kappa is for you.
If you're interested in the diverse culture of our campus population, then the Diversity Club is for you.
If you're interested in leadership and service, then Indian Delegation is for you.
If you're majoring in computer programming or computer networking, then CPNA, the Computer Programming Networking Association, is for you.
If you're interested in good conversations and free lunch on Thursdays, then the Wesley Foundation is for you.
Our health science programs also have specific organizations for those majors.
Student Activities is excited to bring you new opportunities here at the ICC Tupelo campus.
Whatever your passion may be, we have a place for you.
This video is brought to you by Phi Theta Kappa, Beta Chi Sigma, Tupelo campus.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour here on SuperTalk Mississippi. As always, the ICC Hour being presented to you by our friends at Renasant Bank. Renasant Bank, the bank that understands you, RenasantBank.com. Well, as we talked about in the top part of the show, we are going to visit with Coach Sean Cannon, and he's joining us now here. And Coach, first off, thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Yeah, appreciate you having me.
Well, it's been quite the adventure to get to where we are today, now finally knowing what the schedule is. Kind of take everybody that may not understand or may not know what all's been going on over the past 4 or 5 months to get this football schedule ready. Kind of talk to them about that.
Well, you kind of look back what the NJCAA did was, basically cut our games down to, I believe, 8, and then we lost a South game there originally. And then it kind of didn't work out where you had some teams with only 3 home games, some 5. They come back and basically went away to give the league 4-4, which we all thought was fair because, nobody wants to, go on the road 5 times when and somebody gets 5 at home and 3 on the road. So that come to work. And then all of a sudden then, you had one of our teams in our league that opted out, that decided not to play. So that left all of us left now with 5 games, with only 6, 6 division games. So we had to figure out a way to add that game so we could at least play an equal number of games. So Dr. Allen, our president, had called and got my opinion. And I said, look, I think, if there's a way we could play somebody twice, maybe it would work, because wasn't any way we could pick up a South game there because that would give them over the 7 games or whatever. And, I kind of brought up to him. I said, look, it's kind of like the NFL. You look at the Ravens, they play the Steelers twice a year, once at home, once on the road. So maybe that was a way to do that. And so they did a great job of getting together and working out a great schedule for our kids, at least to be able to play our games that we at least were guaranteed this year.
Absolutely. And as you said, my Steelers would beat your Ravens twice in that year. So why was it important? I know the NJCAA moved to the spring, but it was really important for everyone to try to play in the fall because of recruiting. But talk about that a little bit, the importance of trying to get this season in this fall.
Well, one thing you kind of look back, we all got to miss spring football, and that was one of the things we were looking forward to as coaches because we did have a lot of returning guys coming back. I think we've got 30 plus sophomores, which is pretty unusual, for a junior college team, just the way our numbers worked out. So, you missed that spring football, which those kids would have got 15 practices under their belt going into the fall semester. And then you go back and look at the fact of, you got guys that are graduating at Christmas and they're looking at the fact of, well, what do I do now? Do I wait till the spring? Well, what do I take class-wise, And so I think the presidents really took that into consideration of looking at our kids, knowing that their opportunities were going to be greater playing in the fall than it would be in the spring, just for the moving on that part of it. And you look and see some of the Division I schools are trying to get it in. Had a game this weekend. There's a game on tonight. So very, very doable. And I think that's one thing. They didn't rush the decision to just say, we're going to cancel it all together. Let's let it play out and see how we are. And hopefully we'll get to that point in October that we can kick this thing off and get our season in.
Absolutely. Now, you talked about the fact that we are playing one team twice in a year. Very unique situation. We're playing Kahoma. A lot of people that may be outside this league might be like, oh, well, that was the luck of the draw. But this Kahoma team is not the same Kahoma team that people know from the 80s and the 90s. Very, very young, very energetic coaching staff, and a very good football team that has been giving people fits over the last few years.
Sure. Always have a lot of talent, and we've had some great battles with them every year we played them. And, going into the game one, new coaching staff, don't know really what they're going to do offensively, what they're going to do defensively. They've got an upper hand on us just because our staff is returning. They can look at tape from last year and kind of see what our schemes are going to be similar or whatever. But we're kind of going in blind, and that's kind of what I've challenged our kids. We've got to be ready for everything, And so that's really the biggest challenge there. But the great thing is we do have our first game at home, and as a coach, you always like to get that first one under your belt, at least at least at home. So, but anybody we play in this league is going to be good year in and year out, And so that's one thing that I've told our kids, that each week now it's playoff game. Every week we got them, and so they understand the importance of it to get these games in, and the importance of each game that we do play.
Well, as I said, it is interesting because we open with Kahoma, close with Kahoma. What's your mindset as a coach? I know this is the first time you've ever seen anything like this. What's your mindset? I know you one game at a time, but how do you prepare for a team now and then later?
Well, I kind of go back to 15-year. Played Gulf Coast the last game of the regular season, then turned around the next week and went and played them in the playoffs round one. That was really, really odd, playing a team. And I think we found out we were playing them on that Friday before we left to go on the road, And so, they're going to improve. We're going to improve. Do you go back and overhaul your game plan to what you did game one to see what didn't work, or you kind of look and see as a coach, well, they started doing this a little bit more over these last games since we played them. So that's going to be the biggest part of it, just coaching wise, is figuring out what's going to be a happy medium of game plan to run and that type thing, as they go through on the season. Plus they're on the same way, they've got to prepare for us twice as well, and so it'll be an interesting situation. The good thing is I'm glad it's not week one, then week three, at least we've got them at the end there. So and I think that works out for a lot of teams. I think Northwest has Delta and Northeast has home. So gives them a little bit of time in between games to kind of get themselves re-prepared. But being familiar with the opponent will definitely help, going into those games.
Well, after we open with Kahoma, we go back-to-back road games at homes at Northwest. Sean, those are two tough road games because that's probably two of the toughest places to play in the North.
Always are. You go to homes every year. I think we went there 2 years ago, and it's a tough place to play for sure. And then we went to Northwest last year. Originally, our schedule had Northwest coming here, and so the way it worked out, we got to go back on the road up there. And Coach Parker and those guys do a great job. And then the Coach Gross down there at homes, with being his first year as a head coach, being able to see kind of what they're doing. At least we'll have a game under our belt, just like they will. We go into that second game to play. But anytime you go on the road, it's always tough, And I think that one of the great things, at least the way the schedule worked out, you don't really have to take those so-called long road trips this year. Homes is a little bit far, but we're familiar going to where we normally go eat pregame and, where to go and that type thing. So I think that does help a lot of teams in this league too.
Absolutely. And of course, the next week we got an off week, which is something new this year as well. And then we come back home and host Delta. So just talk about the off week in the middle of the season. Falls at a pretty good time. And then, turning around and get ready to make the run. You go home against Delta, home against Northeast, and then wrap up again against Kahoma.
Yeah, we've always talked as coaches about having a bye week, and when I coached 4-year football, we always kind of had a bye week, and a couple of times those bye weeks come early. They come, first of the season. You maybe play 1 or 2 games and have a bye week, and you still had 8 to play. Sometimes I've had them where the bye week comes at the end, but I think right in the middle, play 3 games and get a break, give the kids a chance to kind of catch their breath, and We've had a few of those like that before. Maybe we played a Saturday game or played a Thursday game and didn't play that following Saturday. So it's able to give the kids a little time off to kind of get away from football for a couple of days, come back rejuvenated, and we were talking about this morning a staff about kind of how we play that. And so you look and say, well, you play on Thursday, you don't play the following, 2 weeks late. Do you give them a little bit of time off to kind of get healed up, get away, maybe get to the house for a little while, and then come back in, get you a couple of days of practice, and then get ready for the next week? So, but I do think it did. I looked at a lot of the other schedules, and a lot of them had the bye week 2. I think Northwest has their bye week before they play us, So I think one of them had their bye week at the end of the year, so they'll play straight 6 games. They got their bye week there. So I think it worked out well for us to have that bye week, coming right there in the middle. Then, then having 2 back-to-back home games is great, and then being able to go back on the road there against, Kahoma at the end of the year. So just looking forward to getting it started. That's the biggest thing, the practice right now is, you keep telling the days are counting down, but they still look at a calendar. They know it's still a little bit of ways before we get started for sure.
Absolutely. Well, what can you tell us about the team at this point, offensively, defensively, and special team wise?
Well, because we really didn't so-called have a preseason camp, we're still in preseason mode. We're still installing on both sides of the ball. We're still going against each other, and we'll probably do that for, I'd say, the next maybe week or so. We're going to finish up a little bit of scrimmage work today and hit some kicking game on Friday. And, then we got Labor Day coming up, so give them a couple of days off there. And then I think once we kind of get back off the Labor Day, we'll kind of shift our focus a little bit toward our opponent, but still cleaning up things we got to do in the kicking game and, onside kicks, hands team, a lot of things we got to work on that we have not installed yet. So we still got a lot of teaching to do, but I like our kids' attitude. I think they're working hard. I think the weather's been great for us. Really hadn't had a so-called hot day. It's been a couple of warm days, but nothing where I can remember from the dead days of August, going out there and, you walk out of the building, your glasses fog up because it's so hot and you're so leave the cold AC, and so I think that's one good thing that we at least had now is the weather's cooperated with us. We hadn't really missed any days because of rain and things like that. And so, and I think moving the season back is definitely going to help our conditioning level, as a football team because, as it gets cooler, the temps don't beat on you as much. And so our just kind of get used to that mode of it. So, but I've been pleased with the kids for sure. I think we got some good talent at a lot of positions and got a lot of question marks still left to answer, but that's a good thing about having as many days we do left before we play is you still got time to get those questions answered for you.
All right, Landry. So we're getting ready for the golf season starting on September 21st. Just talk about the excitement of getting ready for the season.
Well, it's an exciting time, and I think I speak for all of us when I say that whenever our senior year of high school golf was, cut short because of the COVID virus, I'm looking forward to getting out there with the guys this fall.
All right, so just talk about preparing for the season. What have you guys been doing? I know playing a lot of golf, but what's been your focus?
Yes, sir. Playing a lot of golf, trying to build a closer relationship with the guys. Really, really happy with the team we have this year. And some of the main things we've been working on as a team would be just building consistency, I would say, trying to, I guess, as the ultimate goal would be is to get it in the hole in the fewest amount of shots. But I think our short game is probably the most important thing we've been working on as a team.
All right, that was going to be my next question for you personally. How about you? What are you working on to try to get out there and compete to earn some of those medalist honors?
Well, I think for me the biggest thing I'm working on is long game consistency and putting.
All right, Luke, season starting on September 21st. Just talk about getting fired up to start for the season.
It's a real exciting time preparing for your first tournament and all that and getting ready. We got a lot of practice ahead of us and just getting better.
All right, you're a freshman, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so just talk about having kind of your senior season taken away and how that's motivated you to get ready for this season.
It's motivated me a lot because I saw where I was in my junior year. And going into senior year, I felt like I was going to have a really good year. And then to see it get cut, I'm trying to show out this year.
All right, so what are some of the things have you been working on personally to get ready for the season?
Short game and my mental strength.
And what would you say some of the strengths of the team are this year?
Our consistency. We all have really good swings and all that, and keeping it in play and making smart decisions.
All right, Coach, first-year head coach of the golf team. Just talk about what you've learned so far and maybe some of your expectations this season.
I got the job kind of last minute, but I'm looking forward to getting to work with all the kids that I've got coming in. I've got 7 guys and looking pretty good. Everybody's improved so far at the beginning of the season. I look forward to us posting some scores and seeing what happens.
Well, you, former player, and have played on the collegiate level well, so you know the grind that goes into playing a full season. You got 6 events, I think 2 other events on top of that as well, some previews. So just talk about getting the guys who missed some of their high school seasons as well to get ready for that collegiate mindset.
It is very different. We've never been through anything like this. Like you said, a bunch of all the seniors that I have from last year did not get to play their senior year of high school golf, which was tragic for them, and I hate that. And then everyone coming in as a freshman is going to have a wonderful opportunity to start. We're starting practice heavy Tuesday, and I look forward to having everybody on the golf course and getting ready to make their freshman year something big, and then hopefully grow the program from here on out.
All right, what is going to be some of your focuses on working with the guys?
Wanting to make sure that everyone gets more intelligent as the season goes on. As a coach, you obviously coach all the guys, but in golf, you cannot be around them 24/7 while they're on the golf course. So I've got to, within practice and qualifying, get them to understand the process of what we're trying to play and how we're trying to do it, and to where they can be as successful as possible as individuals.
All right, I know we won't go over the details of the schedule because they're subject to change, but just talk about just the landscape of that schedule and just the uniqueness that it's going to have this season with it being a fall and spring schedule.
Well, thankfully in golf we get to play both. The fall season is kind of a preview for the spring. The fall matters, obviously, but it does not go towards anything besides individual rankings. We're looking like we're going to have a good season. ICC has always competed with Northeast and Gulf Coast and Meridian. Meridian and Gulf Coast have been 2 of the best teams in the conference. Northeast looks really good this year, and I'm looking forward to putting our name on the map as well.
Zelle is the new way to move money, and it's already included inside your Renasant Bank mobile app. No additional downloads, no additional signups. Whether you're paying a friend back for pizza or chipping in for gas, Zelle lets you send money quickly to almost anyone in your contacts. Here's how it works. Open the Renasant app, log in, and tap the blue button with the white plus sign on it and select Zelle. Choose Send, Request, or Split. Pick who you want to exchange money with, either from your contacts or by entering a phone number or email. Choose the account you want to pay with and select an amount. Review and confirm. To stay organized, you can even include a short description of what each payment is for. That's it. Your money is on the move. Most payments take place in just minutes. No need to download another app. It all happens inside here. Balance the bill, split the check, and pay your way with Zelle. To learn more about Zelle, visit RenasantBank.com or download the Renasant Bank mobile app to start using Zelle today. Renasant Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
It's been hard. COVID-19 has affected jobs, maybe even yours. But Itawamba Community College can help. Free tuition is available for short-term career training programs. But don't wait. This opportunity ends in December. Get the skills and training you need for the high-demand job you want. SkillUp Mississippi. Visit skillup.iccms.edu today to see if you qualify.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
You live life on your own terms. You won't be told what you can't do. And we're here to back you. From the boardroom to the big stage, Renasant Bank supports women striving for success. Because greatness isn't held to anyone's expectations, except yours. So if anyone says you can't, prove them wrong. Rise with Renasant, supporting women and the communities they influence every day.
Brought to you by Renasant Bank, the bank that understands you. Learn more at RenasantBank.com.